Hello, Eagle Nation, and welcome back to this episode of Season 8 W-EPS The Beak. I'm Danica Smet. If you look around the halls of EPS on a daily basis, you can see one thing: busy kids. While some handle this time of the year very well, others may struggle with the stress. When this happens, it's important to find ways to cope. Recently, guidance counselor Sonia Rittscher provided a method of relaxation. This method, yoga. I had a chance to visit with Mrs. Rittscher about this opportunity.
What is yoga?
That's a very big question, and I'm just going to sum it up by saying that it is a mindful movement that focuses on strength and core, but it's so much more than that as well. But it's movement and being in the moment, in that your mindfulness and your focus and just something that you can do to help you both physically and mentally.
What are some benefits of doing yoga?
Definite benefits are the physical part of it. There's balance involved. There's breathing involved to make sure that your muscles get oxygen, which is so important. There is a lot of strength building as well. I know from my own personal reasoning, when I did have a skiing accident and I tore my ACL and my meniscus, and I did physical therapy, and it did help, but I really wish that I would have had yoga alongside the physical therapy because it helps strengthen not only your core but also your muscles. It's about intentional focus of muscles along with that mindfulness.
What training did you have to do in order to teach yoga?
I did a 200-hour training where I spent like 1 weekend a month for about 9 months, and then did different courses that I could do online on my own, but also then on the weekends I would have to be in class online, and I had cohorts with other people from all over the United States. We actually had someone from Jordan who was in our cohort as well. And then in the end, we had to present and do a yoga session and to display exhibit our knowledge, and then we'd have to pass that in order to get our 200-hour certification.
Why do you enjoy yoga?
I really enjoy yoga because in my classes that I took, there were people that were my age, so mid, in the 50s. There were younger people and there were older people. There's things like chair yoga, and there, of course, like the traditional yoga that you think of on the mats and using the blocks and the bolsters and that. But you can do different yogas in all ages, all skin colors, all male and female can do yoga, and so that is one of the reasons I really enjoy it, and I really wanted to start to learn to teach it because we just don't have a lot of opportunity in rural Nebraska for it.
Why did you decide to share your skill with the students of EPS?
Well, one of the main reasons I wanted to start it, like I said, was because we don't have a lot of opportunity here, and so there's a lot with the breathing techniques that can help regulate emotions. That was one of the main pieces that drew me to Breathe for Change. So different breathing techniques that can help regulate, and movements that can help regulate emotion, and energize, to settle down. All of those different things can be addressed in different ways inside yoga and the mindfulness that I learned with it. So that was a big reason.
What age groups can be in yoga?
Well, I've used it so far with my littles, my little ones for sure, my K through 2. We've done some different things with yoga, warrior stances and red hey warrior, different pieces that we've done with different kinds of breathings, with regulating emotion. So I do a lot of that with my lower elementary. I just did in February on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I offered it to kids in junior high during their PE, and I only have 8 mats, and I had usually 5 to 8 girls would come. Boys are they're invited, and if you're a wrestler, actually yoga is pretty good for that. But then we do Mondays was Energize, Wednesdays was Strength and Stretch, and then Fridays was Restore, and it was really good. I hope they enjoyed it.
What does a typical session look like?
A typical session is we settle in, we bring our consciousness to this moment, and this time we notice our breath. We notice if we don't judge it, we just know that it's there, and we're not always conscious of it, but we're grateful for it. So we settle in, then we do some different stretches to just start to warm the body, and then we really get going with, we kind of have like an arc that we follow in my certification training. We really start to warm the body, and we work on balance, and then when it's all over, we have repose. So it's important that you do the whole arc in order to protect the muscles in the body and the mind.
I also had a chance to sit down with some yoga participants.
I do enjoy yoga. It really does help with relaxing, and it can help with strength.
Yoga because it helps me stretch.
Yes, I enjoyed yoga, but the planking was not fun.
It helps you with your breathing, and it helps like let go of your thoughts.
Yes, I benefit from yoga. I got some six-pack abs.
I do benefit from yoga because it helps me stay flexible.
We go into our room and take off our shoes. Then usually we get our blocks for our mats.
So when we first get in there, we kind of just like relax at first and like focus on our breathing, and then based off what we're doing for that day, we'll get into that. So if we're doing like an energy restore one, we'll just kind of lay down and breathe and relax, and then just kind of really get into that. And then when we're done, we'll do more like focus on our breathing, just wrap everything up, and then that's it.
Actually really fun, and it helps me de-stress a lot after the school day.
People need to know that if you're not doing yoga with Mrs. Rittscher, you're missing out.
That they don't say namaste as much as you think they would.
My favorite part of yoga is the music.
One of my favorite part of yoga was like our Friday sessions where we got to relax and just lay down.
Thank you, Mrs. Rittscher and yoga participants, for visiting with us about this new opportunity. Most of you have looked very relaxed as a result. And thank you for joining us today. Be sure you check out our newsletter and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And follow us on Instagram at W-EPS The Beak. On air, in print, in the know.